This anime that's the epitome of cool. Like, you saw these characters and all you can think is, wow, you're pretty fly for an Asian guy. And I just want to say, I watched this anime when I was 10, and now I'm watching it closer to 30, and my opinion on all these characters went 180.
Really?
I mean,
What?
so hi, I'm Annie.
I'm Inti.
And this is FunUntitled, where we serve every podcast with an FU.
So we're finally doing one of the big three that we should have done already at this point is Bleach.
By Tight Kubo.
A tite?
I pronounce it how I want to pronounce it.
Like an American.
Like
Wrong.
the word kite. I mean, in Hunter x Hunter, do you call him Kite?
That's different.
Nah, it's not.
Kite's not Japanese. Well, you know, he's not like living in Japan.
So, what is Bleach about?
Bleach is about a 15-year-old delinquent boy who doesn't really do delinquent things named Ichigo Kurosaki. He has a sixth sense to be able to see ghosts, and one day he interrupts a Soul Reaper named Rukia's job.
Hey, I said the plot of Bleach, not Yu Yu Hakusho.
Shut up. Oh, God. And he basically becomes a Soul Reaper.
The very first time a man disrespected a woman. And get used to it. It's gonna happen 10 more times in Bleach.
And every other series. So, okay, let's start with, like, the Karakura arc. I mean, I think most of us know Bleach. So that's basically the first episode, how Ichigo gets his powers, becoming a Soul Reaper, really fucking Rukia over.
Fun fact, so in the pilot episode, Ichigo has to stab Rukia and then he gets Soul Reaper powers, or, you know, the Grim Reaper in the Western 4-Kids version. And in the pilot manga, Ichigo kind of took Rukia's power and then he made Rukia really tiny, so he just kind of carried Rukia in a cup.
Rukia could have been the cone of the season.
Could have been. And like, she was naked a lot because I guess he didn't have enough doll clothes for her, so like, thanks Tight Kubo.
We're missing out on lowly nakedness. That's gross. Why do you gotta share that with me?
That's just a little fun fact. I was at Borders when I had to read that. Okay.
I think Ichigo's a cool character. Rukia is fun. Let's meet the other shitlings of this. What, his crew?
Real fast, I just want to say, Ichigo, he's not that bad of a kid. He's trying his damn hardest. He's kind of a Gary Stu, which is the male version of a Mary Sue.
Yeah, I would say that is true. I think he has a traumatic past. I think he succeeds in everything he does. He doesn't... One thing like we'll touch upon, especially in Bleach, is like they don't really have training arcs. Like he'll have like training periods, but most of his battles, he gets this random power up. It helps him in that battle, and then it's like, the fuck? You didn't earn this win. You just somehow won with bullshit.
Also, a really popular Mary Sue thing is being like, I'm half angel and half demon. And Ichigo's like, I'm half human, half Soul Reaper, half hollow.
Alex, not getting to, you know.
If you watch season 1, you know those three. He's human, Soul Reaper, and hollow.
I guess so. We'll talk about the other stuff later. He has a lot of things. He has every color in the rainbow.
So, his friends, part of this rainbow, we have lesbian big boobs who has weird hairpin powers. I don't think they ever explained that. I think like Ichigo was with her a lot, so it just awakened her spiritual powers.
Basically, that's it. So all his friends can kind of see hollows, but only the ones that get attacked by hollows with their powers fully bloomed. So when Orihime got attacked by her brother Sora, then her powers bloomed into the hairpins.
And then when Chad was attacking the womb... No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, technically. Because Chad's the only one who's not childhood friends, but he had his own thing. And then the whole bird thing happened, so Chad got his powers and really influenced by his grandpa, which does not come up in season 1, really, the powers.
Oh, yeah, he basically, when he protects Ichigo's little sister, Karin, he gets a really jacked arm. It won't play a role, really, until the next arc.
Then Kon comes, he's basically a plot device, or more like how to explain what happened to Ichigo's body plot device.
Yeah, Kon is like, I'm a piece of candy. I'm inside you now. I am you now. I like Kon. I don't care for the other filler dolls.
Wow, are you sure? Bird, turtle, I think the other one's a bunny.
Okay, I'm gonna say this now, okay? Turtle can get it.
Specifically the turtle plushie form, not the human form they get later. Turtle
I
plushie.
like his friendship with Chad.
I like the stoic, we don't talk to each other for 20 years, but you're my best friend kind of relationship.
I also like that the bunny reminds me of Avery from Pokemon.
Oh, girl.
So,
wait, who's the funny. Was that Uryu's
That's
though?
Uru's best friend, of course. And then the girl got together with the other girl, as so in Bleach.
The girl doll's cute.
Girl, that was cool.
How did they never sell any dolls of that? Maybe they did.
God, I'm obsessed with opening 6, where you just get to see those dolls sing.
They're cute.
Anyway, so then we go to Ichigo's traumatic past. He lost his mom.
To a hollow named Grand Fisher. It was weird because I feel like Grand Fisher is supposed to play this huge role because he's like infamous, right? Not many hollows have a name, but he never does. And it's like, the hell? And he killed Ichigo's mom. And Ichigo blamed himself. Now that he knows a hollow, he's like, well, I like being a Soul Reaper now.
Man, okay, like, later on when you learn some shit about Ichigo's family, you're just kind of looking back at this scene being like, no one could have done anything? No one.
Ichigo was just this kid who wanted to save a anglerfish.
He fell for a fishing scam. So anyway,
He was catfish.
before I get into spoilers, we're moving on to meeting Uru, the Quincy, where he's basically a little stupid boy, gay boy.
I don't know if I like Uryu or if I hate Uryu.
Okay, when I was a child, I was like, oh, I think Uru's cool, but he's really annoying. And now that I am a man, a pubescent man, I will now say, I like Uru.
He's okay. He has a purpose. He has a goal. I guess I'm not totally into the character who's like, oh, I'm not part of the group, but I do everything with the group. So it's like, what the fuck?
Every anime in the 2000 needed that one emo boy, the lone wolf.
The Koji of the Digimon Tamers.
No one's gonna get that.
Everyone knows.
Sasuke is right there.
Sasuke. I guess technically yes.
Anyway, fuck them. I hate all these hoes. They don't play any role in the story. Let's move on to the best arc until you get older and you realize, oh, this is kind of a clusterfuck, wasn't it?
To be fair though, I feel like that this is a long introduction of getting to know the characters. But I do feel like it's important because it's like you set them up, you like them, and then now they're in the next arc and it's like, okay, I like reading about them. So we get into the plot of it where like Rukia, who's a Soul Reaper from Hell, Heaven, the other side, is not allowed to be in the human world for this long. So now she's gotta go to jail. And who's gonna put her in jail? Of course, her brother and her childhood friend.
Can I just say real fast, you know there's a hell. You know she's not from hell.
That's why I said not hell. I said other options.
I said the antithesis of hell.
Heaven.
So yeah, so her future baby dad. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have ships on this show.
Not how this series ended.
So Byakuya kind of wipes the floor with Ichigo being like, alright, you're gonna lose your powers now, and I'm taking Rukia. Peace. Byakuya is your favorite character.
Byakuya, yes, is my favorite Bleach character. I think he's amazing, and he plays major roles in like every arc, except Fullbringers.
I was about to say, why'd you bring up filler, but oh god, that's real.
No, that's 100% canon. Actually, I think Byakuya is in that arc, very briefly.
But he's not the main focus.
Well, I mean...
Moving on, so Ichigo's like, hey, I'm gonna go to Bucket Hat Guy, who is basically this series' Kakashi.
When I was a kid, I always used to get confused. Uryu and Urahara.
And then there was a little shitling girl.
Oh god, what's her name? Like Ushio?
I don't know.
Which I think means cow?
Here's the thing. Leave in the comments, why did Urahara have 2 shitling kids?
As far as I know, and I've read the whole manga, they've never explained what their roles or why they were with Urahara.
There's 2 gay men just raising the 2 kids.
I think the girl kind of plays a role, but I forget what it is. But Ginta just like, I don't know who the hell he is.
I know a girl turns into robot mode, but who gives a crap?
Robo girl. Anyway.
So basically, Urahara puts Ichigo in the bottom of a well and says, hey, I'm gonna get your Soul Reaper powers back, but you gotta survive, like, getting eaten alive. And if you don't, you die. And
Hold up, this is the Fullbringers arc.
Shut up. So,
And the Vizard's arc.
hey, as someone who didn't read the manga, I don't know what you're talking about, my man.
Oh, brother.
So Ichigo becomes a Soul Reaper again, and it's like, fuck you, Byakuya. And it's like, hey, bitches and hoes, let's go. And then the 3 came and said, hey, Ichigo, we'll do more than one thing this arc, right?
Urio's like, I don't even want to be here. Does like the second most after Ichigo.
And then they get a talking cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Salem?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, on the 4 Kids of Salem, in the Japanese, his name was Yoichi.
Yeah, too complicated. I like Salem Witch Trials. So, Yoriichi is actually the one who has to end up taking the gang to the Soul Society so that they can go save Rukia. Which I don't know, but I just feel like Chad and Orihime had very weak motivations to go, and they almost died. Oh, not Orihime. she had no role in this series.
I mean, Chad had that whole backstory of like, I can't fight for myself. And Ichigo's like, okay, I'll fight for you, you fight for me. Let's go.
That's a pretty gay scene.
It's pretty gay. Chad is 100% gay. We watching this. He's either gay for Uru or Ichigo. I don't know who yet.
So, when they get into the Soul Society, pretty easy to find the Serite. It's like the biggest area in the fucking underworld. But they can't get in because the captains are like, no, fuck you. Specifically Gin Ichimar. He's like, get the fuck out.
Gin is very hot and attractive. Like, Kid Me did not appreciate Gin Ichimaru.
He's a very interesting character, especially in the Espada's arc.
I don't know what he does.
Man.
So the captains build a wall, and Yoichi's like, hey, I know some Shiba Inus who can get us past that wall. Well, one of them does not have an arm, and I beg you, do not ask her what happened to her.
Whoa, hey, I don't know if we can make these references anymore.
Anyways, so yeah, they meet the Shivas.
They're yipping. They're barking. And they take the big one with them.
They take Ganju. And he's like, hey, I'm just gonna come with you because basically we're gonna shoot you out of a giant firework cannon and I will create the firework shell out of, I don't know, magic, key, spiritual powers.
It's amazing because, like, they will mention later that, like, they are part of the Shiba clan, which is, like, one of the big four noble clans of the Soul Society. And it's like, compare that to the Kuchikis. What the fuck is going on with the Shibas?
I mean, they always move their house with, like, really gaudy decoration. That's gotta cost some money.
She got servants, but I don't know. It never comes up. Maybe once, but we'll talk about that later. So, when they get blasted their ass into the Serite, they get separated. And Ichigo and Ganju meet Ikaku and Yumichi from the 11th squad. I just love the 11th squad. Kenpachi's like my second favorite character. Ikaku's super cool. Love Yumi Chika. And I think the fight between Ichigo and Ikaku is very good. I love Ikaku's fights, especially when he does the Bankai one.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's not in season
Hold
1.
On. I didn't
You know what's in season 1? When Ganju put Yumi Chika in the trash. And then this was the best thing Ganju did in this arc. So
we'll talk about Uryu, Orihime, Chan, and Yoriichi later. And then Ichigo and Ganju kidnap Hanataro, a 4th division Soul Reaper. I've never liked Hanataro.
I thought his scalpel sword was cool that you only find out in the bonus stories.
I think the dude's a total simp.
Okay.
If Orihime and Chad had weak motivations, Hanataro had like the weakest motivation to join the fray.
You'll be surprised the length lonely people go to just to talk to someone. Hey, he plays a big role in the next filler arc. If you guys like Hanataro and Ganju, Revel in this arc ain't coming back.
I think Ganju comes back for it briefly.
Does Hanataro become lieutenant in like 20 years in the future?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry, boo.
Only like 7 seats apparently.
Okay, when you're looking back at Bleach and you kind of know how the dominoes fall, you're just kind of like, why does everyone treat the 4th division so shitty? They're the only healers.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Honestly, they're the ones you gotta treat the best. They have your life in your hand.
Hanataro is voiced by Shinji from Neon Genesis, Haunts Me in My Dreams. And 2, everyone kind of accepted, well, not everyone, obviously, because of plot, but almost everyone kind of just accepted we were going to execute Rukia. And it's like, oh, she didn't come back to the Soul Society. Yeah, but you kept giving her orders, so you clearly knew where she was.
I mean, I think this show does, like, hint, like, things are weird, right? There's always a character saying, why is this being pushed up? Why are we rushing this? Why is the punishment so severe? Why are we doing... You know, like, it's not, like, a total outburst, but there's, like, subtle hints that, like, there's something not right.
Yeah, I understand that, like, we're foreshadowing and hinting, right? I just, like, again, this is just... I understand to get this plot rolling, but damn first Captain Yamamoto. No questions, we're just gonna follow the rules of the higher-ups.
There is a strong pecking order in the Asian culture.
His lieutenant's French.
And in the military.
Alright.
You do not go against the pecking order.
I think, like, maybe 5 people? 5 out of 12 is actually a lot, now that I think about it.
5 out of 12 what?
Was, like, against the whole Rukia thing.
Sure, right? 8, 10, 13, maybe 4, but I don't think 4 really cared.
I don't think 4 gave a shit. 1, 2, and 3 would put their lives on the line to get Rukia executed.
And 5, and 9.
I didn't want to count, man.
11 didn't give a shit. 12 didn't give a shit. If anyone didn't give a shit, it was definitely 12.
12 and 11 in their own fucking stratosphere. Did we say Rukia was getting executed? We totally did, right?
I'm sure we did.
We totally said
What?
Ichigo took the hose to save Rukia, right?
This is like the worst review. This is just us giving opinions about shit and assuming that because this series is so old, you probably saw at least Soul Society arc. Because Soul Society arc is known as one of the best anime arcs. Because Bleach literally has like the best characters, and all the best characters are introduced in this arc. They get further explained, but only in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So looking forward to that if it ever comes out. Back to the main fray of things: Ichigo versus Renji.
And it realized Ichigo and Renji are foils.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's why Rukio's in love with both of them.
Renji works hard for his position. Renji has a long path of just having a goal and trying to execute it so hard. Never becomes captain, but you know, whatever.
Renji lost. Well, to be fair, Renji can become captain if you just told someone that he had Bankai, he could get promoted.
His captain knows. His captain clearly knows he has Bankai. Apparently, we'll talk about later.
So Renji loses and he brought his sword out, so I guess he goes to baby jail even though he was fighting an intruder.
Yeah, wait, why would Byakuya? I think at this point they weren't.
They didn't, do the whole war order, so you couldn't bring your sword out in this area.
So Byakuya sent his ass to jail.
But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if I feel like it's that thing in Best Buy, like, you're not a cop, so you can't stop people from stealing. You're just the steal prevention center, so you just gotta tell them, hey, go away.
I mean, Renji still broke the rule, and Byakuya is on this whole hype of, I can't break any more rules or let any more rule breakers go. It's kind of a weird thing. I think it's just a plot thing.
So we get to meet 12 captains, basically, and the lieutenants all at once at this meeting.
I think that's why watching Bleach as a kid was a little confusing. I mean, we did rewatch it a lot, but then, watching as an adult and, having that experience already did help to, learn 24 new fucking characters. Which is weird, because, in a sense, Bleach did get away with it.
I mean, it was very, popular, so of course they got away with it, right? It doesn't hurt that they're all hot.
It doesn't hurt, and they have cool powers. I just mean, even as a story-wise, I love Soul Society. I don't know who doesn't. So, then,
Taikuba was like, hey, maybe I have too many characters. Fifth captain, you die. And then the fifth lieutenant, this is the second time a woman's gonna get wronged in this series.
Her name is Momo.
She goes batshit crazy and tries to kill captain number 3, Gin Ichimaru.
Gin Ichimaru, protector of the wall.
And then Gin's little boy toy, Izuru Kira, was like, hey, I love that man. Get away from him, Momo. And then Kira and Momo gets their ass slammed to jail.
Again, there is a strong pecking order, and usually there's a high respect for lieutenant and captain. Not always. There's clearly none.
I think it's bullshit Izuru got sent to jail for protecting Gin.
Yeah, I guess that's the same as Renji thing, right? No matter what. Didn't he kind of go overboard?
Maybe. I think they couldn't release the Shikai against another...
Yeah, I forget. I don't know. That's not
I'm just saying there's overpopulation in these jails.
Is there?
With the way they're sending people willy-nilly, hell yeah. To be fair, they're also breaking out just as fast.
They're also trying to kill one Soul Reaper that's breaking the rule. They were quick to... Nah. Anyway,
so we're gonna talk more about these captains. Can't get enough of these captains. Chad, you're gonna fight number... I want to say 8?
Yes.
8. He's some drunk dude who apparently is just taking his niece to work day.
Chad gets his ass kicked and goes to the hospital.
But not before we find out about Chad's whatever backstory. That's it for Chad, y'all.
Chad's an okay character, but we'll see in the next arc.
Chad is hot.
Yeah.
I forget what chocolate you give to Hispanic characters, but he is that.
I thought we weren't technically supposed to do that anymore, even though I still think it's a cute idea.
Oh shit, sorry, I didn't mean to be offensive.
Some people think that applying food to people's skin color is equating them to food, so lesser than human. I'm it's fucking colors we're talking about. We're not, equating nothing to nothing.
Public PSA, maybe not call people chocolate. Some people might get offended.
The more you know.
So Uru and Orihime, they're fighting Captain number 12, who is, turns out, the murderer of Uru's grandfather.
Okay, I understand that this is a really fucked up scene, and Mayuri's a really bad guy. I also really fucking love Mayuri.
This is something I kept telling Minty, but Minty was like, please, Annie, can I just watch the show? Can you stop saying this? And I'm like, no, I have to know why they made Mayuri so hot without the mask. And then he took off his mask later on in the series, he wasn't hot. And I'm like, well, how come when I was little, a tiny baby, I thought Mayuri was hot?
Because he's a cool character. He's got cool powers. And then when you read his backstory, he's like this fucked up guy, and I'm like, man, I really like Mayuri.
The way he treats his lieutenant though.
Yeah, I mean, again, everything is fucked up about him. He's not a nice guy. You're not supposed to like him, but I like him. I think he's actually a pretty popular character.
Oh god. Anyways, Uru, he uses all his Quincy powers to take down Mayuri. He no longer has Quincy powers. Uru is gone from the story.
Again, Uryu did not want to be here. Did he go? Yes. Did he lose his powers? Was it worth it? I don't know. But if you know what happens in the next arc, it really fucking didn't matter.
So we're done with Team Ichigo. We're going back to Ichigo now.
That's a weird way of saying that.
So Ichigo is now fighting Minty's second favorite character, Kenpachi.
Fucking love Kenpachi. I love how this fight went. From Ichigo having to fight someone with brute strength, and then Kenpachi losing from one disadvantage to another, growing stronger and stronger. Fucking love Kenpachi and Yachiru. Oh my god, so cute.
And Ichigo's like, hey, I don't know if I can defeat the strongest captain. He's the strongest, right?
Yes, Kenpachi. Oh, actually, besides number one, he's known as one of the strongest. I don't know if he's the strongest.
Well, I don't know if I can defeat this guy. He is super strong. So Ganju, Hanataro, you go save Rukia. She's right there. Please, please do not fuck this up. And Ganju's like, sure won't. Not unless she's the murderer of my brother.
And her brother then comes afterwards.
Real fast about Ichigo. Do you like his little sword persona, Zangetsu?
I never did, and I still don't.
But was it kind of gay during the Kenpachi fight?
Oh god, damn you piece of shit. He doesn't really do anything except give riddles. It was really fucking annoying.
Answer me this, Ichigo. What is my name?
So because Ichigo is technically won against Kenpachi, Yoriichi had to come and get Ichigo and train him again. Well, then Ichigo bails on the training because he's like, I gotta go save Rukia. See ya.
By the way, what happened to Ganji and Hanataro? Oh, their ass got slammed into prison. Okay, cool. You have that flying thing. It's oh, actually, Soul Reapers can just fly in the air. It's I don't want that. I want the flying thing. Oh, okay.
You gotta be really powerful to do that. But Ichigo saves Rukia. Kind of. Byakuya was gonna stop them. Kind of. Ukitake stops Byakuya. Yoriichi was like, Ichigo, you can't beat him because he has Bankai. So I'm gonna take you back to training and teach you fucking Bankai. See, it was kind of unnecessary. It really made no fucking sense except
we just need to see that Ukitake was a cool dude.
I guess so. And so Yoriichi teaches Ichigo how to do the Bankai through a quicken method that Urahara created when they were kids. I guess it worked for him, right?
He's the only one it ever worked for, and it has to be done in 3 days.
Yeah, so I really like that part. It's not the most flashy training, not the most actual power up. It was more a mental thing.
Renji came.
Yeah, that was weird. That he just knew of this secret base that hasn't been used in 100 years, and he was like, nah, I knew about it. So what?
Renji has a monkey. We don't talk about the monkey until the monkey arc.
We don't talk about the monkey with the snake tail enough. Dabimaru is a very interesting character. Then we see Rukia's past with Kaien, who was her former lieutenant, who looks exactly like Ichigo except with black hair and a crappier voice actor.
I wonder why. We'll never know.
Oh, it's a mystery.
Rukia stabbed the shit out of him when he got possessed by a hollow.
Oh no. Get away.
Okay, Ganji's like, oh, fuck you, Rukia, you killed my brother. What about the wife? Your sister-in-law?
I mean, she didn't kill her.
I'm just saying, did we not hear the full story of what happened to the wife?
Yeah, well, you don't know. I mean, if they had the full story of the wife, they would have had the full story of Kaien.
I mean, why is no one telling these people the full story? I feel like it was Rukia's job, but Rukia just never went.
Yes, it was, because clearly from the end, right?
Also, how did Ganji find Rukia covered in Kaien's blood?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why did Rukia not just apologize when she ran into Ganju in that exact moment?
You know what? You're asking a lot of questions I can't answer and that I have no reason to defend. Anyway, if I can move on. No. Remember, Renji went to jail. He broke out. He went to training. Broke out. He went to go fight Byakuya. Got his ass kicked. But we did get to see his fucking Bankai, which I think is one of the coolest weapons ever. It looks cool. It's big and flashy. It's got a lot of power. I think it's fucking awesome.
Can I say something a little bit gross?
What?
The couple of Byakuya and Renji taught me what it means to be a couple with weird sexual tension.
What?
That's just something I remember from my childhood.
What?
That's the couple where I saw ship line. It's oh, there's weird, vibes between the two? Like chemistry?
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think maybe you were too young to go watch Bleach. Okay, a lot of moving parts in this plot. So, Kenpachi got his ass kicked, broke out of healing stuff because that's what people in Bleach do. They get their ass kicked and they get right back up.
He decides, I'm gonna beat up a furry and a blind guy.
Basically, yeah, and then the lieutenants fight Ikaku and Yumichika. It's kind of whatever. I did actually like the fight with Kenpachi versus Tosin.
The blind guy.
Being in the dark, because it just showed how savage Kenpachi was. Anyway.
I like that Ikaku fought Dog Guy's lieutenant and they kind of just drank at the end.
Because they're idiots.
Hey, they used to be part of the same squad.
Idiots.
I do like how a lot of the people switch squads and this shows like, a really interweave. I think it's neat.
It is. Yeah, and like how like there's history between certain characters. So we're at the point where Rukia is finally about to get crucified like Jesus to save the human life that she saved. But this is the part where Ichigo comes in and saves Rukia. And like I love the mix of comedy and seriousness. That sounded weird. Seriousness of like scenes because this was a very like, oh my god, Ichigo is gonna save Rukia finally, but also it's mixed with hilarity of him just shocking Rukia to Renji. Again, Renji got his ass kicked, but he got back up.
I mean, with the fourth squad, aka the white maids, you should be nicer to. Everyone can just get back up again.
Maybe that's why they don't like the 4th division. They're just like, I don't need you. I'm just gonna get right back up.
So then Rukia's captain, Ukitake, goes with his boyfriend and is like, alright, we're gonna fight Yamamoto now.
Why do we not talk more about the Kyoraku and Ukitake ship? That is such a fucking good ship.
Because it's the minor roles in this, like, we can't talk about every ship. Like, we can't stand here and talk about Rengiku and Yin the whole time.
We'll have a Bleach couples talk later.
Can you believe we went this whole time and we didn't even bring up the 10th captain, Toshio?
Yeah, technically, because he was actually playing a huge role in this arc. We'll get to that part later. Then we get to lesbians, which is Yoruichi versus Soifan.
It's so gay, y'all.
Okay, look, I'll admit, Soifan is super gay for Yoruichi. Not my favorite ship.
No. It doesn't feel reciprocal. Like, Soifan is really gung-ho on Yoruichi, and we all kind of just accepted Yoruichi and Urahara has something going on.
No, yeah, I think Yoruichi and this Urahara ship is super cute. They're just two bro TPs who literally would do anything for each other. But anyway, I actually also love Soifan's Shikai and Yoruichi's whole, oh god, what's it called? Whatever the thing that gives her a lot of energy or ki or
man, they said this in Naruto what those were. I just forget.
Yeah. Anyways,
get it, Choji?
God damn it, I beat the living out of you. So Ichigo defeats Byakuya, which I love Byakuya. I love his Shikai, his Bankai.
My god, we didn't even explain what Shikai and Bankai. I forget. We'll put a disclaimer in the beginning. You gotta know Bleach to listen to this. We'll just remind you what happened.
I think this was a good match until the part where Ichigo gets helped by Hollow Ichigo.
AKA one of the most popular ships on Tumblr in Bleach. Ichigo x Hollow Ichigo.
And another character we probably should have introduced a lot earlier in this episode.
He's just some smuck that lives rent-free in Ichigo's head.
Or sword. But Ichigo defeats Byakuya with bullshit, and this is the part I don't like. And this happens a lot in Bleach. Okay, now we get into the finale of this arc, the big reveal.
But I think it's bullshit that I know you hype up Byakuya a lot in this arc, and so Ichigo's final battle with Byakuya makes sense. When the grand scheme of things doesn't matter.
Sure, the whole society arc is really just a preparation for the next arc. Because if you think about it, the next arc was supposed to end the series. So that's why this arc had to build it up.
So we said before there was 2 main captains, so that's why we killed off Aizen. Shot of surprise, Toshio was like, I'm the 10th captain and this is bullshit. I want to do a lot of vaccine shit to figure out what's going on.
Detective Toshio is figuring out why the hell are they executing a Soul Reaper just for staying in the human world for a bit too long.
So he's like, okay, Gin is like my #1 contender, and oh cool, my childhood friend Momo. You're gonna try kill me because Aizen apparently said I was the murderer of him. Cool. Fuck you. I feel so bad for Momo. She seems like a nice girl, but her character has never been redeemed from this arc.
Yeah, I do think that way too. I think her character is slightly redeemed in the last arc because she's not crazy anymore and she's just doing her job, but as a lieutenant, I would expect more powers from her.
So she was like, alright, I'm getting close to it. I think the people on the tippy top, something might be wrong with them, so I'm gonna go to them. And he goes and like, oh, they're all dead.
So the people at the tippy top is the Council of 46. They're the ones who gives the direct orders to the Soul Society captains. And when he finds them all dead, it's like, wait, who gave the orders to execute Rukia? And it ends up being Aizen, who faked his death.
His sword has the ability to
create illusions.
Yeah, like hypnotize people, I think the way he said it.
Yes, also like that too, kind of. It's more about making illusions.
So Aizen's like, I'm the the main villain of this series.
So Aizen teamed up with Gin and Tosin, and his main goal of this whole thing, and apparently he orchestrated everything, was not necessarily to execute Rukia, but to get her back to the Soul Society and take the Hogyoku, which is a device that Urahara created long ago when he was the former captain of the 12th Division, leader of the research and development team, that is meant to break the barrier between Soul Reapers and Hollows, because Soul Reapers have a cap of how strong they can become, but if you can break that cap and have them combine with Hollows, then it makes Soul Reapers stronger, which is what Aizen wanted. But Urahara hid the Hogyoku in a Gigai, which is the Gigai that Rukia was using.
Gigai is basically just like Soul Reapers.
It's basically how Kon is able to move around, in a sense, or as the body.
Yeah.
So, and this is super confusing because I never got it as a kid, and this is gonna come back in the next arc, and it's even more confusing.
What's confusing to me is that if you know shit from the second half, you're like, okay, this Hogyoku was like created, let's just say 20 years ago. Why did he just all of a sudden decide to hide it in a Soul Reaper's human body right now?
There's probably a reason. I can't remember what it was. Also, I think it was like 100 years ago. So that's how long Yoruichi was gone.
Okay.
But, well, actually, Aizen gets it. Byakuya saves Rukia from Aizen. Everyone was gonna step in, but then the Hollow saved Aizen, Gin, and Tosin. So it's like, whoa, what's happening, right?
Hey, Hollows, you demons. Are you gonna play the next part in the next arc? So that's the end, basically, where Aizen leaves and our heroes, when I say heroes, I mean Ichigo. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the human world now.
I mean, Byakuya tells Rukia the truth about what happened.
Alright, okay.
I think it's important.
Be real with me. Is that legit? Like, did you find out an interesting twist?
No, I do think it's bullshit, but I do think it's interesting because there's always a question of why Byakuya adopted Rukia. There was no explanation, and now we have it because Byakuya married his sister, and then the sister died. Her dying wish was for him to take care of Rukia, who she abandoned as a baby.
A lot of questions about the Serite that we can't answer right now. Like, how did Rukia age from a baby to an adult?
No idea. How did the sister die? How did his parents die?
Where do you go when you die in heaven?
I always wanted that to be answered, but they never do. So because Rukia has basically been resolved, right? Or absolved of her crime, she says, no, I'm gonna stay in the Soul Society. Ichigo's like, that's fine. Goes back home. Oh, actually, he becomes a substitute Soul Reaper.
And I was like, wait. Ukitake, you're letting him be a substitute Soul Reaper? That means there's other substitute Soul Reapers because you have this system. How the hell do you get substitute Soul Reapers in this system?
We won't explain that now. They'll never explain it. But they go back home. Urahara apologizes to Ichigo, which I'm like, shit. Oh, actually, Ichigo does tell him to apologize to Rukia. And then the season ends there. And so one day in the future, we'll go over the Espadas arc. That one will probably be shorter because it's mostly battles and confusing shit.
Until next time, you have to sit on the edge of your seat of a Bleach.
A subpar review.